So, in our last class, we understood the theory of Huygens eyepiece. So, what is the theory? So, the converging rays which are coming from the objective lens are again refracted by the field lens and the real image is formed at the I1. But after producing the converging rays which are coming from the objective lens, then we get the virtual image at I. So this I is a object for the field lens, and for this object the image is formed at I prime. And now next, this I prime is the object for the eye lens, and the rays which are coming from the I prime will get refracted by the eye lens and forms the image at infinity. So we know that the image will be formed at infinity if the object is at a focal point. So now this I prime should be at a focal point, then only this eye lens will produce the image at infinity. So this is the basic definition for the Huygens eyepiece. Hope this theory is clear to you all. So now next, where we left? We left at the conditions to eliminate the spherical aberration. So we learned them. Next, if a spherical and chromatic aberration are to be minimized, then there are conditions. So like for first, to eliminate the chromatic aberration, D should be equals to what? F1 plus F2 divided by 2. So this is for the chromatic aberration. So F1 is what? F1 is the focal length for the first lens and F2 is the focal length for the second lens, and D here is the distance or the separation distance between the two lenses. Now if you substitute this F1, F2 by 2, so F1, let us take this as 3F plus F divided by 2, so 4F by 2. So that gives the D as 2F. So for chromatic aberration, the separation distance between the two lenses should be 2F. So this is the condition for the chromatic aberration. Now let us see what is the condition for spherical aberration. The spherical aberration. So for spherical aberration, D is F2 minus F1. So what will be D again? So D again will be 2F. So this is the spherical aberration. So now on combining the two conditions, so if you can combine the two conditions, spherical aberration and chromatic aberration, then what you will get is F1 plus F2 by 2, which is equals to F2 minus F1. So this will give you what? So F1 plus F2 is equals to 2F2 minus 2F1. So now F1 plus 2F1 is equals to F2 minus F2. So 3F1 is equals to 2F2 minus F2 is just F2. So you got F2 is equals to 3 times the F1. So that is the thing that we have said earlier. The focal lengths are in a ratio 3:1. Now D. So the separation distance D will be what? 3F1 minus F1. So this D is F2 minus F1. So 3F1 minus F1 will give 2F1. So that is what I have written here for spherical aberration. The distance again what we got is 2f1. So to satisfy the conditions for minimum chromatic and the spherical aberration, the focal length of the field length should be, so the focal length of the field length should be 3 times the focal length of eye lens. So to minimize the spherical aberration and chromatic aberration, the focal length of the field length should be 3 times the focal length of eye lens. So for field lens, focal length should be how much? 3f. So that is what I have written here. To minimize the spherical aberration and chromatic aberration, field length, the focal length of the field length should be 3 times the focal length of eye lens. So eye lens will have focal length f. So now the distance between them should be equals to twice the focal length of the eye lens. So the distance between the two field lenses should be equals to So that should be equals to what? Twice the focal length of eye lens. So that is equals to how much? 2f. So distance we got as 2f and the focal length for field lens and eye lens is 3f and f. So these are the conditions to minimize the chromatic and the spherical aberration. So now let us understand the equivalent focal length and the position of cross wires. So before that, for length L1, so for length L1, the image of length L1 is at I1. So this I have shown in the figure. So the image of lens L1 is at I1. So L1 here means the field lens. So the image of this lens is at I1. So V, or the object distance, is F, because the image is formed at infinity. So object of lens L1 is at I. So this is I prime, not I1. So the object of lens L1 is at I. So this object distance is denoted by U. So focal length of for the field lens is 3f. So this we got to know from the conditions of chromatic and spherical aberration, or the condition to minimize the spherical and chromatic aberration in the Huygens eyepiece. So next, by using lens formula, so we can find 1 by f1 is equals to minus 1 by u plus 1 by v. So 1 by 3f, I am substituting the values. So 1 by 3f minus 1 by u plus 1 by f. So we need 1 by u, so 1 by minus 1 by u is equals to 1 by 3f minus 1 by f. Now minus 1 by u is equals to f minus 3f, that is 2f by 3f square. So f will get cancelled. What remains is 1 by u. So minus minus will also get cancelled. So this is plus 1 by u is equals to 2 by 3 f. Okay. Next, what we want is u. U is 3f by 2. So u is positive 3f by 2. So now let us mark this in a diagram. So this is the object for the field length, and this distance from here to here is how much? So we got that as 3 by 2f. Right, clear. Now the distance between the two lenses is 2f. So the distance from here to here will be how much? It is f. Because if this is at a focal point f, then only the image will be formed at infinity. So this distance is f. Okay, so f plus f, it is 2f. Now next let us find what is the equivalent focal length. The equivalent focal length will be calculated by the formula 1 by f is equals to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d f1 f2. So equivalent focal length. So for that 1 by f. So 1 by f is equals to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d f1 f2. So let us substitute 1 by f. 1 by f1 is 3f plus 1 by f2 is f minus d is how much? So d we got as 2f. So this is again 3f multiplied by f, so that is 3f square. So next 1 by f is equals to, so f will get cancelled. What remains is 1 by 3f plus 1 by f minus 2 by 3f. So if you solve this, so first take the LCM of two terms. 1 by f is equals to f plus 3f, that is 4f by 3f square minus 2 by 3f, and here f will get cancelled. What remains is 4 by 3f minus 2 by 3f. So denominator is same. So 4 minus 2 is 2 by 3f. So 1 by f is equals to 2 by 3f. So this is 1 by f. But if you want to write f will be 3f by 2. The equivalent focal length for the system is to 3 by 2f. Equivalent focal length. So next is the equivalent focal length distance. Length lies behind field length at a distance of x is equals to df divided by f. So d we know f, we know the small f. So df, so d is 2f multiplied by 3 by 2f and whole divided by f. So 1f will get cancelled, 2 will again gets cancelled. What remains is 3f. So x is equals to 3f. And the equivalent lens is at a distance of 3f minus 2f is equals to f. So the equivalent lens is at a distance of 3f minus 2f is equals to f. So this will be behind eye lens. So now let us mark this position on a diagram which we have drawn. So equivalent lens is at a 3f. So from here to some position it should be 3f. But we know the distance between the lens is 2f. So next what we need is only f. So if from here to here is f, then here will be the equivalent lens. And this overall distance will be 3f. So 2f plus f is 3f, and at a position here the equivalent lens can be kept such that we can have the same effect that is produced by the field lens and the eye lens. So this is the equivalent lens which is at a distance 3f. Now let us find the position of cross wires. So next is position of cross wires. So we know that first principal focus of the equivalent lens is at the 3/2 f1 distance, and minus f1 if you do, so then you get f1/2. So this is the first principal focus of the equivalent lens, and this is in front of the eye lens. So this is at the position where the image of the objective lens must be formed, so such that the final image after refraction from the eye lens can be formed at infinity. So if you want the final image to be formed at infinity, then the image of the objective lens should be at this position. So the rays coming from the objective are intercepted by the field lens, and the image 2 is displaced to the position I prime and I1 prime. So this we have seen in the diagram itself. So you have two images. In that the first image is formed by intercepting the rays which are coming from the objective lens. And the field lens has a focal length 3f, and the eye lens has the focal length f. So AB is lying at a distance 3/2 f1, and that serves as a virtual object. So the image which is formed from the objective lens is the virtual object. So now let us find the image distance for the real image. So V for real image. So real image is which? I prime 1. So 1/v is equals to 1/3f1 plus 2/3f1. So that gives 1/f1, or v is equals to f1. So hence I prime 1 will be lying between the field lens and the eye lens. So there you have to place the cross wires. So next, this Huygens eyepiece is a negative eyepiece because the image of the objective lens is formed behind the field lens. So if you observe, this is the field lens and the image of the objective lens is found behind the field lens, and in the Ramdan's eyepiece that was in front of the field line, so that eyepiece is called positive eyepiece. And now this lens or this eyepiece should magnify the objective image or the image that is formed from the objective lens, and this image is in the negative side of the field lens or behind the field lens. So hence this Huygens eyepiece is called the negative eyepiece. So this is the Huygens eyepiece. So next let us learn the cardinal points of the Huygens eyepiece. So cardinal points of Huygens eyepiece. So to find the cardinal points, again we have to draw the diagram. So this is the field lens, and there is the eye lens. And there is a principal axis that passes to the center of the field lens and the eye lens. So this is the basic diagram. We know that the distance between the two lenses 2f, 2f1. So let us denote this as 2f1. And now let us find what is the position of principal point. So this is field lens, and this is eye lens, and this be L1 and this be L2. So now next, the position of principal points. So alpha 1 is equals to what? df divided by f1. So we know the distance between the two lenses, it is 2f1, and the equivalent focal length we found it as 3 by 2f. So we can denote this as 3 by 2 f1. So whole divided by f1. F1 will get cancelled, 2 will get cancelled. What remains is 3f1. The position of equivalent lenses is 3f1 minus 2f1, so that gives f1. So that is it should be placed away from the eye lens at a position f1. So that gives the first principal point. So from here to here it is 2f1. So now from here to some point, so this should be f1. So this is the first principal point. So let we denote that as P1. So this dotted line represents the principal plane. So overall distance from here to here will be 3f1. So now next let us find the P2. So that is the position of second principal point. So first principal point is lying where? So it is lying at a distance 3f from the field lens. So if you observe from field lens, the P1 is at a distance 3f1. So now let us find the second principal point. Alpha 2 is equals to minus df divided by f2. So that is equals to minus 2 f1 multiplied by 3 by 2 f1 divided by 3 f1. So f1 will get cancelled, and again here 2 will get cancelled, 3 will get cancelled. What remained is minus f1. So here alpha 2 is minus f1. So from eyepiece you should come in the opposite direction, then you will get the f1. So if this is 2f, so this point approximately here will be p2, and that is the second principal point, and this plane which is passing through the p2 is the principal plane, and this distance from here to here is f1. So we found P1, P2 and the plane, first principal plane and the second principal plane. Next is the focal points. So beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 is equals to minus f1 minus d by f2. So this you can find as 3 by 2 f1 minus 2 f divided by f. So f will get cancelled. What remains is 3 by 2 f. So this is beta 1. And next beta 2 is equals to f1 minus d by f1. So f is minus 3 by 2 f. 1 minus 2 f1 by f1. 3 f1. So f will get cancelled. What remains is f by 2. So beta 2 is at a position f by 2 and beta 1 is at a position 3 by 2. So now let us mark this on the diagram. So beta 2 is at a position f by 2. So f1 by 2 is here. So beta 2, that is focal point 2, is here. So this distance from here to here is f by 2. Now beta 1 is at a distance 3 by 2, so that comes somewhere here. So this is f1. So this is the overall diagram for the Huygens eyepiece, and here the system is in the air, so nodal points coincide with the principal points. Is the negative lens.